Red Voyage News splashing the check-in. Thank you for tuning in. Now, assault and battery charges, as well as grand theft, could be brought upon 3 women in the Philadelphia area after seen on surveillance camera beating an elderly woman, 78 years of age, and then stealing her vehicle in broad daylight. Now, I'm going to go to this video right here, play the report. I have the speed at 1.5 because I don't watch any video on YouTube at regular speed. A lot of you guys out here are mushmouth. And I just want to get through it and get to the point. Let's go.
New information tonight. A cancer-stricken woman talks about being attacked and carjacked just after a trip to the...
Now, mind you, these 3 women that you're about to see in the surveillance camera, they look like the Gross sisters from the Proud Family. Okay? I want you to pay attention. Let's go.
Store. It's a story that we first reported last week. Well, this comes as police are releasing some new video of this brutal beating. Action News reporter Christy Aletto covering this from South Detectives with the new details. Christy.
That's right, Shari. Angelina Bellissima was beaten so badly that she had a heart attack and also just got sight back in one of her eyes. She said that the 3 suspects asked her for a ride, and when she declined, she suddenly found herself fighting for her life. New images.
Look at that slow motion. Look at that.
The brazen trio seen walking down the 2600 block of Bancroft moments before targeting Angelina Bellissima.
I just feel like I'm going to die.
Speaking for the first time, the 78-year-old who's battling cancer says she had just parked her car on Smedley near Oregon.
I just feel them come back, like hit me from the back. And
hit you from the back.
In my face. And then they threw me to the ground, and she punched me in my face.
The suspects sped away. We first showed you the disturbing images last week. Now, South detectives are hoping these new images will help identify the suspects, 2 of whom are unmasked.
For the photos, you recognize the people as the attackers.
The girl with the slippers on, that is definitely her.
Another angle shows minutes before the crime, the suspects making Bellissima their mark as she and her daughter unloaded groceries from the now stolen car.
I just want them to be brought to justice. This is my mother, and if it was anyone else's mother, they would do the same.
Authorities have not made any arrests, but are ramping up their search and believe the suspects frequent that South Philadelphia neighborhood. Meanwhile, Bellissima suffered a stress heart attack and just regained sight in her left eye, though the emotional scars of the attack remain deep.
Do you feel safe?
I'm scared to death to go out because they're not caught yet. I really am. Usually I'm pretty strong. Let me tell you, I'm fighting cancer, but this time I'm scared because I know they're still out there.
Okay.
And she punched me in my face.
The suspects sped away. We
Let me hold on.
Now, South detectives are hoping these new images will help identify the suspects, 2 of whom are unmasked.
Okay, so I know you guys out here want me to go in on these hamster-built Philadelphia Eagle linemen built, booger wolves that are out here roaming the streets in Philadelphia, and that's kind of the norm. That's how a lot of women look in Philly. And that's just not me saying this. If you go on Google and type in city with the ugliest women, Philly is like top 5. Okay, I think Baltimore is number 1. You know, you ain't never seen nothing bad on Instagram or out in real life. You know, anybody in the entertainment industry who came out of Baltimore. Okay, I mean, all of them got real strong, Holiday Heart, Ving Rhames looking faces out there. All right. Now, mind you, this third wheel that's right here, I think this is a white woman. Okay. If you look at her hands, go back and watch the video again. If you look at her epidermis is a lot lighter than theirs, as you could tell by her hands. Or she might be light skinned. I don't know. Now, the reason why a lot of you guys, you hear me, I'm going hard on these 3 girls right here. We don't know the full story. We do not know the full story. The thing is you got to look at both angles from this. Now, when it plays out in court, if they ever caught, then yes, I can say I was wrong. You guys were right, or the report was right. I'm going to say this, man, there's a lot of elderly women out here, especially in that 78, 80 year range, especially in times like this, who feel like, okay, I could just say whatever I want to these Negroes out here without any sort of repercussion because I am an elder statesman or elder stateswoman, and I can say whatever I want, however I feel. I can call any black person the N-word as much as I feel. I can call them monkeys. I can call them hyenas. I could call them gorillas. I could call them whatever I want. And they're not supposed to do anything. They feel they're not supposed to do anything. And I don't know if that's the case. By what she said, they asked her for a ride and she said no. And they beat her up and took her car anyway. How many times have you seen it where somebody who was an honorary white caught on tape and, they were caught spewing the N-word or holding up a bow and arrow, trying to, shoot black people with it. We've seen this play out so many times, and then when the news show up, they give a totally different story than what was actually said and what was actually shown on camera. What did this 78-year-old woman say which warranted an ass whooping? Okay, what did she say to them? Did she say the magic word? And a lot of people, they're trying to put sauce on this. Vlad, he's the Fed, so he gets a lot of black folks to say crazy shit on his platform. I'm just joking. They say what they want, but you got a lot of brothers out here just running over to his platform to just run their mouths like Flint water coming out of a faucet. He's showing something that it's like, is this really a big deal? Is the news running that slow to where this is a big deal? Now, mind you, if it was my mother, I would feel the same way. I would be outraged as well. But my mother don't go around saying crazy shit to people. Now, I don't know if this woman said anything crazy to them. I'm only assuming. I could be wrong. Maybe these were just vicious, sex-craved, Godzilla-like hunger, werewolves out here just attacking people. Okay? Because, if I'm actually, I'm not saying me. I mean, both of them got the hoodies on, which don't mean shit because it is wintertime in Philly. Looking at how she's dressed with these furry flip-flops on, these don't look like, I'm ready to swing on somebody and rob somebody and take their vehicle type of attire. You going to get your boots if you're going to do something like that. But, all right. So let's say these women did that. They should be caught and brought to justice. But I'm trying to flip it on the other side of the coin. What did this woman say to them that made them go off on them? And like I said, you can't really spin race on it because they was hanging out with a white woman. Was she orchestrating them to do such crazy shit? Did the 78-year-old woman say the magic word? That word that starts with an N and ends with an ER? Why the hell do you have on a Cartoon Network hoodie on? And, as much as we can say to clown these women's, size, shape, I'm pretty sure there's at least 10 men out of these 3 women right here, these 3 females right here. I'm pretty sure in total they have 30 men hitting their lines. To hit all 3 of these boulder-shaped women from the back. No, from the bike. Splash, man, what do you think? Am I out of line? Am I onto something? What do you feel? Or how do you feel? Let me know in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video. I'm over and I'm out. Peace.